used to get to run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down. Everybody eating this a party one o'clock of time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out. Yeah, you in the league, but you ain't hooping around and tear out. Before you judge me, you need to go and wipe the mirror off. Try to turn me down, the only thing you did was veer off. Showing fake love, I can tell it once I say it all. I just stay cool, acting like it wasn't weird at all. Most of the people that you meet are not who they appear at all. If you want on top, then you wouldn't hear it cheer at all. But I ain't got no top, I don't need a chandelier at all. I ain't got no talk, cause I be really out my mind. When the hate don't work, I guarantee they get the line. They all talk, dog, it's a room full of Bryans. I'm royalty, that means that it's in my bloodline. All hell the king, made the president resign. And if I'm not the king, then I'm making doves cry. I'm stepping on the scene like I never did reply. I ain't gotta justify, I'm cool. Tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down. Boosted up my cardio, I used to get to run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down. Everybody eating this a party one o'clock of time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out.
You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the prove. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the prove. You gotta choose. Yeah, I jump out the booth. Then I might hop through the roof. Count on the rings. My team is the truth, but they some liars to you. And they never sing, but they always shoot. And all of their diamonds are new. And that's why I'm here revealing, cause I really get it and I need it.
It is a part of the country that could definitely use the rain, but it's also going to make for a very wet track tonight here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the San Francisco 49ers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They started on the ground with Eckler. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
Now a first down throw complete downfield. Touchdown, L.A. Keenan Allen halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Chargers march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Now Lance. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for. But it'll be 2nd down. Ready. Now former 6th-round pick, it's Elijah Mitchell. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
But this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. 1st down, here's Mitchell. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. The Niners at 3-5, 2 games under 500. And they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
Lance finding Ayuk there for a Niner first. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. And Lance now to throw. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, 5, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because, to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
Green's first catch of the game. Good for a first down. On the counter, Mitchell. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Give all that credit defensively to Khalil Mack. A great stop in the backfield.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Lance. Open man is Samuel. Complete. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
Made the quick throw there outside the numbers, and you can feel the thought process. They just wanted to get in his hands and let him make a play. But how about the job they did defensively to keep him bottled up? Instead, they tackle him for a loss.
13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Here's Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On 4th down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowski to punt the football. DeAndre Carter back deep. This is taken at the 23. Now a hit and a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
Hey, as the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Herbert forced out to his left. And they force him to the sideline, corral him out of bounds here behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Now, I know it's only a loss of a couple of yards, but when you get near the sidelines, just flip the ball out of bounds, incomplete, and save the yardage. Save the yards, not your stats.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. It's taken to the 26. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Let's go. The Chargers trot out their dime package, expecting a throw on 3rd down. Lance looking to throw it. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. .33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me,
and that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So roughing the passer, and this is a unit, Charles. They hold their breath every time they see their quarterback go down and get hit like that.
Yeah, they understand how important these last couple of months are for this team. They can ill afford to have anything happen to him if they want to accomplish their goals.
Rolling to his left. It's complete to Cole. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
And they'll go jet sweep here with Dorsett. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Philip Dorsett, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try to put some pressure on the defense.
The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the draw, here's Mitchell. Down to about the 45.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Lance. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
And Lance going to throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
So first thing that crosses my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Working from the gun, Lance. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Here's Lance to throw it. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Chargers are going to get the football back at their own 17. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball because right now the way they're playing, doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here, going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. Ray McCloud to return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a...
Now Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the 2nd half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He'll get this to Eckler. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Trying to pound it in here with Michel. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Flushed out right. He'll check this one down to Michel. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. A big loss on the play. That's the bad news. A consolation. They keep the football. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles, if they're going to try to pull off an impressive. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Play action. It's Herbert. This will be caught just inside the 10. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Hopkins' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Throwing now is Lance. He finds his target, Ebron. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Off of play action, here's Lance. Ebron with it over the middle. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Lance. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 40. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Lance. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now Lance. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Chargers are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Charger drive about to get going. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. Running on first down, Eckler. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That's Javon Kinlaw busting through it. He sticks him behind the line. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And that's complete to Trey McKitty, the tight end. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Now it's Herbert. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This will be fielded at the 17. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. That's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On 2nd and 10, Lance. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for.
And now here is another interception. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this fourth quarter. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They run over center with Mitchell. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option. You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh? He'll buy some time right. And incomplete on the deep ball. That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up. Desperation time here. Lance Completes it to Samuel. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. No reason not to try it there. And they do indeed convert on fourth. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit him over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Again, it's Lance. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Got his target, Samuel. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 20-yard line. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down. Working from the gun, Lance. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the 49ers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Lance going to try to throw for this. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Charger drive about to get going. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Nifty move. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. It's Eckler again. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Back to throw here, Herbert. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Hey, confused.
Shotgun now for Lance. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punt's coming in, I'd never return punts, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are, about whether you should fair catch it or not, but sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
So this one's over. It's in the win column for the L.A. Chargers. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for the Chargers, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals.
Kill the king like shit, wanna take the crown. I can see through it like a stomach with a sign when I hit the gas. I be going like 100 miles. They be getting tired, running out like 100 house. All up in my business, real nose like a bloodhound. I'ma throw them off like I'm standing on a picture mound. All they do is look at Instagram while they sit around. Hate me in real life, but you liking pictures now. Oh, everybody acting different now. Finally trying to see what I be on. Got a different style. They be at the brand new when they know I've been around. Got a fake smile on your face cause you been inclined. I can say a lot, but I'm not. Gotta keep it down, making sure nobody drown. I'm my brother, keep it now. Mike Jack hit me up and said I gotta beat it down.